Hello and welcome back. This video is going to be all about new holiday makeup releases, my thoughts on them, would I get them, and if I would recommend them, if I've tried them. So yeah, let's get into the video and let us know if you are interested in any of the holiday makeup or if you are going to pass over it, because we know there's always some duds at the holidays, so let's get into it. First up is the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. It is $129 and it is mostly warm neutrals, but there's some greens, golds, blues in there. This is different than her other palettes that are $129 because it is more eyeshadows. It is 28 eyeshadows, so it is more, the pans are smaller. And I'll go ahead and tell you, I bought this. It's not here yet. I am still waiting for it. I ordered it from Sephora. I know, it's crazy. There's a lot of people out there who love Natasha Denona. They collect all the palettes, are super into luxury makeup. I am not one of those people. I do not usually spend this much. So for me, this was a really big deal to order this. I do have the mini nude palette, which I do like, but I've never gotten one of her full-size palettes before. And what drew me to it is that you get more eyeshadows. I love that there's a lot of variety because if I'm gonna spend this much on a palette, I want it to be something I can get a lot of use out of. So I'm actually very happy there's a lot of neutrals, but I like that there's some pops of colors. I feel like there's good variety in this palette. So I'm really excited. I will be doing a review once I get it. But yeah, I've never spent this much on one makeup product before. Yeah, crazy, but I am excited. Okay, I want to talk about the Sephora Favorites kits. These always come out every holiday season, but they always are a little bit different. So the first one, I'm looking at my notes, the Lash Stash. This is $48 and you do get a pair of Huda lashes. You get 10 different mascaras. 2 are full size. There's from Milk, It Cosmetics, Tarte, Benefit. Personally, this is not for me because I don't really use high-end mascara, and $48, even though I'd be getting 10. First of all, I'd worry that they'd be drying up before I could even get to them because that's a kind of a lot of mascara to get at once. And for $50, I could get like 6 different CoverGirl mascaras, which are probably my favorite. So I'm not sure. I don't think I would get this. Plus the false eyelashes, I don't wear false eyelashes, so that would be a total waste for me. I'm not sure. Personally, I feel like this would be good for someone who already knows they love high-end mascara, or for someone who's interested in trying it. But if you already have a lot of mascaras, be careful because if you buy 10, mascara dries out. So just be aware of that. But personally, I will be passing over this one. The next set is the Superstars set. It is also $48. You get the Anastasia Brow Gel, you get the Milk Makeup Primer, Fenty Highlighter, Urban Decay Setting Spray, Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. It's a total of 9 items. I think they're mostly deluxe size. This is one of those sets where, to me, probably the thing that interested me the most was the Fenty highlighter. But if I really just wanted that, I could buy the full size. I think it's like $30-something, so it's cheaper than the set. So I think the key to this is if you're interested in most of these items for $48, that would definitely be worth it. But me personally, I would never use the caviar stick. I do not want to try the Milk Makeup Primer only because I've heard it breaks a lot of people out. Primer is the one thing that breaks me out a lot, so I'm weary of that one. And I already don't like the ABH Brow Gel. I've tried it before, so. And I also do not like the Urban Decay Setting Spray. So for me, it's like I've already tried some of this stuff in here and I didn't like it. It would make no sense for me to get this. But if you've been interested in most of these, I would say get it. However, if you're only interested in 1 or 2, you are better off just buying those individually. Next up is a hair set, $40, 11 items. You get dry shampoo, regular shampoo, hair oil, brands like Amika, IGK, and Briogeo. I have actually been getting into high-end hair care in the last like 3 to 4 months. I don't think I would get this. I did consider it, but after looking at it, I think there's at least 1 or if not 2 dry shampoos in this, which I don't need dry shampoo because my hair is like pretty used to not washing it very often. So that's not something I use. I already own a hair oil, so I don't know that I need like 2 more. So I personally do plan on trying more high-end shampoos and conditioners in particular, but I don't think it would make sense for me to get this set. But if you're interested in all those products, it's definitely worth a shot, but just look at the items and see if they are items you would actually use. Okay, then they have their lip set. $42, there's 2 full size, 8 items total. 3 of them are lip treatments though, and then the rest are lipstick and lip gloss. This one, a lot of the items in here don't really interest me. One of the full sizes is Charlotte Tilbury though, so I have a feeling a lot of people will be interested in it because of that. It is the color Very Victoria, which is one I considered buying when I bought mine. I bought Bitch Perfect, by the way, and I like it, but it's not amazing. I don't know. Her full-size lipsticks are $34, so if you're only getting it for the Charlotte Tilbury, just buy the Charlotte Tilbury because it's cheaper than this set. So I would say, again, if you're interested in most of the products, definitely worth it, but for me, I would rather just pick out a lipstick in the shade that I want. I did buy one of these lip sets 2 years ago, I think, and I only ended up liking 2 out of the 6 lipsticks in there. So I don't know. I'm wary of these sets just because I have not had the greatest experience buying them, but they are a great way to try out a lot of products. So it just depends what you are looking for. Also, I do think they make good gifts for people who are not super into beauty. People who like it, but they don't know a lot about the high-end brands at Sephora. I actually think that would be a really good gift for somebody like that. I feel like one of these sets is something I'd maybe get like a friend or something who's like just getting into makeup and skincare. So I don't know. Personally, I'll be passing over all of those, but I think a lot of people will like them. Okay, next up, this was an exciting one. Fenty Gloss Bombs are coming out in a set. 5 for $42, 2 new shades, wide variety of colors. I think these are really pretty. I have not tried the lip glosses from Fenty, but I really, really want to. But I feel like since I haven't even tried the formula, it would not make sense for me to just go out and buy 5 of them all at once. Because even if I bought 2, that's $36 because they are $18 each. So it still would be cheaper to buy 2 full sizes than this set. So I feel like this set would be good for someone who knows they like this formula and maybe only has one of them and wants all the colors. Then I would say it makes sense. But if you haven't tried the formula like me, we'd probably be better off just picking out one color and trying that first, personally, but I do think that this set looks really nice. Then Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with a holiday eyeshadow palette. This is expensive, $75, and it's mostly neutral with like this pop of khaki green. Personally, I have heard really mixed reviews on her eyeshadows. Some people say they're good, some people say they're okay, some people say they're not very pigmented. So personally, I will be staying away because, like I said, I usually don't buy a ton of luxury makeup, so $75 to me for an eyeshadow palette is super expensive and it would have to be something very good, so this is a pass. Clinique is coming out with a blush palette for $29, 3 shades. They're very pinky, cool toned. The light pink though looks like super pale. I feel like that wouldn't even show up on me, but I don't know, I haven't swatched it so I can't say. Personally, I have tried this formula of the Clinique blushes and I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very easy to work with and not super pigmented actually. So I would not get this, but if you know you like that formula, then getting the trio for $29 probably would be worth it. This next one is super exciting because they finally announced the Hourglass Holiday Palette, which if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been wanting. I've never bought one of the larger holiday palettes, and I am project panning my trio palette, and I'm almost done with it. I'm so excited. So I feel like I really want to get this. Hands down, I want to get this for sure. There's a 4-pan blush palette, and then there is a 6-pan palette with dim light, diffused light, a highlighter, and then I think 2 blushes and a bronzer. That's the one I want. I already have diffused light and I love it as a face setting powder. I had dim light in my trio palette, but I finished it completely, and I liked it and I miss it, so that's perfect for me. And I don't have any of their blushes or bronzers, so I'm curious to try those. I want to buy that. Like, that is hands down the one holiday thing I've been looking forward to, because in the years past, $80 just seemed crazy to me to spend that much on one product, so I never did it, and then I regretted it. because I love their products so much. So I'm definitely getting this. The quad of the 4 blushes doesn't interest me just because that's a lot of blush to buy, and I already have a lot of blush, and I'll be getting to try the blushes in the 8-pan palette, hopefully if I get it. So yeah, but these do look beautiful, and I really want the 6-pan one. Okay, Natasha Denona is coming out with a mini gold palette for $25, and I had a feeling they would do that because that is one of the more popular ones, and she has turned a lot of the big ones into minis. The Star, the Leela, a few others, I don't even remember. But since I already ordered the Metropolis palette, and that has golds in there and also a green, but the green is much darker. So I do think they look different enough, but I'm not sure I could justify getting this since I already bought the Metropolis palette. I'm not sure, but it is beautiful. Then we have 4 ColourPop palettes to talk about. I don't know if these are really holiday releases, but I guess they're kind of fall seasonal releases. The first one is the Kathleen Lights palette, which is $39. And I think the colors in this look absolutely beautiful, but I don't love huge palettes. I actually prefer smaller, more curated palettes because I already own a lot of eyeshadow. So I just don't need that much eyeshadow in one fell swoop. So that's a pass for me. Now, the other issue that I have with this palette is the same issue I will be having with the next 3 palettes I will be talking about. Glitters. They are putting pressed glitters in almost all of their new palettes. That just does not interest me. I don't want glitter. If I want glitter, I will just use one of my Stila glitters, but most days I prefer shimmers and metallics and mattes. I'm not going to use a pressed glitter, so I don't care how good it is, I just wouldn't reach for it. So the next one is the Whatever palette, which it's burgundies, there's some glitters. This looks like a fall palette, it's $18. It's nice, but it looks like some of the palettes that they previously had and no longer have, like the Femme Rosa. So I don't know, I'm not interested. And then the other one is the Truly Madly Deeply, which this one is super pretty, and I did watch a review of it. I would actually get this if there weren't 3 glitters in it. These like pinks are just like some of my favorites. I love pink eyeshadow. But 3 glitters that I wouldn't use just seems like a waste to get a palette with that in there. If there was only 1, I guess I wouldn't mind, but it just seems like a waste. This kind of does look like a Valentine's Day palette though, and I saw a lot of people saying that on the Trend Mood 1 Instagram. I mean, personally, I wear whatever makeup I want year round, no matter what's going on. Although currently I'm kind of in a fall mood. So I don't know. That one, I would have bought it if there weren't glitters. And then there is the ColourPop X's and O's palettes, which is also burgundy and kind of looks like the first one. Kind of looks like the Femme Rosa palette. Also kind of reminds me of Valentine's Day. I'm not sure. ColourPop releases a lot of stuff, and you know, I don't mind, because if I don't want to buy it, I just don't buy it. But it does seem a little bit excessive that they've come out with 4 palettes within a span of 2 weeks. Honestly, they maybe even came out with more than that and I just didn't see it, but I will be passing on all of those. Last up is the Juvia's Place Nomad palette, and this is really pretty packaging. Oh my gosh, this like witchy kind of look. I love it. Very fall appropriate. Yellows, grays, and they've kind of made these smaller 9 pans even smaller, which I like, and they're now $15. I much prefer that. I would rather pay less for less product because I will not be finishing my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes. But I kind of looked through my Juvia's Place palettes, and throughout all of them, I kind of already have all the colors in this palette. So, and I've kind of noticed that about all of their palettes. They're coming out, oh, there's another one that I did forget to mention. I forgot what it's called, but it's more colorful, and I've seen a lot of people review it. But to me, it kind of looks like a more muted version of the Zulu. So I just kind of feel like with the 4 palettes I have from Juvia's, I have pretty much all of the colors, so I don't really need more in that formula, but I do really like the formula. So if you have not tried Juvia's, I recommend it because it is amazing. Alrighty, so that is it for this video. Let us know if you're getting any holiday makeup. I am so excited to get the Metropolis palette. I still can't believe I paid that much. I definitely want to order the Hourglass palette. That one I don't think comes out till the end of September, so I have a while. But anyway, that is it for this video. Let us know what you think, and thank you for watching.